You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.
All right, hey Rifters, welcome to Reza Riffs. We're ready to rock and we're ready to roll. Alan Lee, you're here?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Baby Don Barris is coming on, and I'm going to talk to him about a guest spot on the Gong Show.
Well, before we get into that, we have sponsors. We have a sponsor today. So I will I'll say the sponsors. We'll get that out of the way, right? Because they support the show. Are you there?
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking at me like I'm fucking weird.
No, I'm going to tell you why. It's like I thought you were stoned or something. I'm going to tell you why. I said Amy.
Oh.
I said Amy Brick.
Yeah.
And you just went, well, the sponsor. It's like you weren't there. It freaked me out. Have you?
No, you know what it is? I've noticed my computer is having like a second delay. You know?
Yeah. No, it's not your computer. I'm going to tell you something right now. It's Zoom.
Yeah. Okay, it is Zoom.
Everybody had problems with Zoom with the same thing, a lag. It was lagging, bro.
Oh, okay. So it's not just me then. Okay.
No.
Well, let's do the sponsors and then introduce our guests. So Rifters, today's episode of Raise the Riffs with Don Barris is sponsored by Amy Brick. Hey, Alan, did you know today's real estate market is different than any time in the past? Low interest rates and great seller prices make it a buyer and seller's market. If you're thinking about making a move, check out Amy Brick with Brick Company Real Estate. Amy's marketing plan sells your home in 2 showings with multiple offers. Go to amybrick.com for more information. Amy would love to talk to you about real estate in all of Southern California. Amy is a licensed real estate broker. Her DRE number is 01358-129. Remember, www.amybrick.com.
And that's just like the way it sounds, like a brick wall. AMAY brick.com. Thank you, Amy. We
Exactly.
love you.
So, guys, if you like the show, subscribe, rate, review on Apple Podcasts. Give us some love on the Facebook, right? And
like us.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you can, Patreon. I'm not shy about this.
We are on Patreon. Yeah. Throw us a buck.
So you can make it. You can make us a donation.
Make us a donation. Today's guest is from the movie Windy Cindy Heat, which he wrote and produced. He's been on Jimmy Kimmel numerous times. And he's the host, creator of the Ding Dong Show, Don Barris. So we've got Don, who's going to be zooming in on a cell phone.
I like to call him the King.
The King?
King Don.
King Don
Barris.
All right, man.
Hey.
What's up?
Where'd you go?
I'm right here. I just dropped something. Today I got
Wait a minute. I lost you.
You lost me?
Hold on. No. Hold on a second.
Don't fucking click anything bad. We already started recording. Holy Lord. Alan, what'd you do? Alan. Oh, you fucker. You were playing with me.
I did. I went to the restroom. What's wrong?
Oh, my God. The Zoom thing sucks, man.
I've been to the Dong Show. Excuse me?
Hey, Don's about to enter. Let's let him in. Don's coming in right now.
Hold on, and video.
Oh, that's Don Barris. Oh, that's Don Barris. Hey, Don, how are you?
No, that was,
Hey, how are you? Hello there. How are you, man?
hey, King Don.
I'll accept that. Heck yeah, I will. That's a good thing, right? And also, I'm
Exactly.
here with Mary Jane.
Oh, hi, Mary Jane. How are you?
Doing good, thank you.
She's the brains of the organization.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought Mary Jane was a brunette.
She used to be. How long, Mary Jane? How long have you been a blonde?
I've been a blonde for about 2 years.
Oh,
Oh,
I like
really?
it. I like that.
I guess it's been 2 years since Alan went to the Ding Dong show.
Yeah, it's 2 years since he stopped looking at Mary Jane's pictures.
You know what? That's a lie. I still look at. I'll look at him tonight, Don.
Hell yeah.
So, Don, how are you doing right now with this whole COVID stuff? You hanging in there?
Well, I'll tell you the truth. After it hit, I realized this. For over 17 years, at least once a night, every single day for over 17 years, I went on stage at least one time, mainly twice a night, sometimes 3 or 4. And then that was yanked, and now it's been 6 months with very little chance to perform in any way. The Comedy Store is open like a fishbowl recently, where they have the front window and you get to perform to people drinking in front of you, and it's just not that good.
Wow.
Right.
17 years ripped from me, over 17. So
Wow.
Yeah. I did my first show in 6 months last week, and it was not the same. Like, it was good to do stand up, but it was I was very rusty. You know what I mean?
of course, how can you not be? I was too. And I got in an argument with some dudes one night, and it was like, oh my God, this guy won't even give me a chance. And I just hated myself. I haven't had those feelings for many years. So it was very difficult.
Now, when you did have you done the Comedy Store show now that they reopened? Because I saw a picture of you in the glass.
Yes, that was a cool picture, by the way.
I know, yeah, that was pretty ballin'.
It's a professional photographer coming over and doing some pictures. She took some of me last night too. Yeah, I perform in front of the glass, and they tried doing it outside one night, and I did that, but the city said they could do it, but now the county says they can't. So it's really locked down for a while.
Yeah.
So
Now, is the store your main club, or do you do the Laugh Factory and the Improv too?
I perform, like I said, every single night for 17 years.
Yeah.
I was a closing act at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
Some nights I didn't, but I performed doing Jimmy Kimmel or some other show. But yeah, almost 17 years every night I'm closing out the Comedy Store.
Yeah. And
So,
those late night spots, they actually train you, I feel, to be a better comic, because, you know, one of my best friends who's no longer with us was one of the closing comics at the store, Brody Stevens. And I just felt like it was just amazing how every single time you saw him, he got better each time, you know?
well, I think that like anything else, Brody would take over the main room spots, and I did the OR, and we closed every night. And Brody, you go up on stage for an hour, you start finding things that can work into your act because you're just improvising a lot of that time. So it is good for that. Yes, absolutely. Like I do 90 minutes a night sometimes.
Wow.
Oh,
90 minutes just improvising is pretty fun because I just play the crowd.
right. How long have you been doing the Ding Dong show there?
Well, it is the longest running show in the history of the Comedy Store, but I would say since the 90s, the early
Wow.
90s. Yeah, mid 90s.
Yeah, and how has that show changed from the mid 90s to now, like with the dynamics? Obviously, the guest.
Well, we always have different. Mary Jane, how long have you been part of the Ding Dong Show?
I've been part of the Ding Dong Show since tax day 2003.
Wow.
Wow.
And
Yeah. So,
there's a whole different cast. There's no one there now besides Dawn that was there when I was there. But that technically Robert William Apariah, who's downstairs on
you don't know that.
potluck, he was in the Ding Dong Show.
I don't know.
He quit,
had
and now
many-
he's downstairs.
Mary Jane's the current longest running member, but we've switched a lot. But some nice things. There's a producer that wants to back us more. And right now, I don't know if you heard, they have the Comedy Store documentary.
On Showtime.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
out
on-
right now. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think for the next 3, I'm on all of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Awesome.
yeah,
That's-
last week was pretty good. It was the first show in the documentary, and who they have on there? They had Letterman, Leno, Howie Mandel,
JJ.
Keaton,
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
A lot of people didn't know he was a stand-up.
No, he was great.
Yeah.
And it kind of talked about that in the show. So I think it's going to be a great documentary, and I guess I'm all through it. So hell yeah for me.
Well, see, hey, that's what we want to get you. You want that. The more exposure.
Well, I guess that's what they call it. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, the Windy City Heat was your first movie, and I know you've been talking about doing a sequel. Are you still trying to do that?
Well, what we're doing is we've
Do you want me to take over?
no. Windy City Heat. It wasn't my first movie though, but it was the first movie that I produced.
Right.
It had anything to do with that. Other people that produced, my friend Mole, who helped me out with this, Jimmy Kimmel helped produce it, and it was a Comedy Central movie. But Comedy Central did nothing to help us, so Jimmy passed it around, and it became kind of an underground Hollywood type thing. And so what we've done is we've just opened up, really pushing our website. Can I give that?
Yeah, you could give out anything.
Big 3 premium membership.
No, the website. Simply.
Okay, I'll do the right one. Simply Dawn, thepodcastnetwork.com. And then you can go to the store, or you can
All
go
right,
to the
just so I
premium
can say that.
membership button.
We also have all of the podcasts we've done with the big 3 and my Simply Don, the podcast, which still goes out there. Right now, we're in the middle of a huge sale because, as Mary Jane said, we just opened up our pay site on there. The big 3,
Big 3 premium membership.
that's on there, or you can go to that website. And we also have right now, if I may say this, when will this air, or am I screwed?
We could air it next week or the week after, whichever one you want.
The flash sale's over, but they can go to the store anyways.
Okay, so
So-
it's okay, so it doesn't matter. Don't need.
Okay.
But yeah, so that's that.
Well, you could still plug it. I mean, maybe it'll still matter.
We still have a store to sponsor us. We're trying to, because what I'm doing on this Big 3 premium page, it has been going on. If for people, your audience that might not know, it was a Comedy Central movie, but we were working on it 11 years before Jimmy Kimmel saw it and thought it was brilliant. And so he produced it, and it was a Comedy Central movie. Nobody saw it, but he made it cut. Then we won film festival awards. So
Right.
it's not like this fucking shit movie. But but since then, we put together this paid thing, and I'm clearing out my entire. We've been doing it like 28 years. 1992 it started, and what it is we kind of like follow one guy around for 28 years, and it's the longest, as some people say, I guess the best way to put it, it's the longest running prank in the history of pranks.
Right.
And a lot of big people have come out loving it, like huge celebrities.
Yeah.
Back 10 years ago from the 15th of October, it was the first podcast ever, I've looked it up, where the 3 main characters from a movie, the movie Windy City Heat, took a little break and then started a podcast in the exact same roles they were in.
Right.
So we've got a lot of years of a podcast they can listen
somewhat
to.
confusing, but it's one of those internet things. There's so much material, and there's some obsessed fans. it's really, I think that very soon, we were supposed to do it this spring, but there was a little thing called the fucking COVID-19 that happened.
Yeah.
And, but when this is over, we're going to have a huge show, which is a 4-day weekend. And literally people come from all around the world, fans of the movie, fans of the podcast to see it. So that's coming up. So,
Nice.
Not
Uh,
anytime soon yet, necessarily.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
we got to wait until this is over. Hopefully
Don,
by springtime. Yes.
do
Go
you,
ahead.
I was gonna say, do you remember COVID-18? Was it as bad as this?
The one that fucked my head up was COVID-16. Because, and that was, of course, was in 2016. And that's when it was discovered. And it, you know what? And what it did to me, because I got it and I lost my hair because of it.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So COVID-16 is the motherfucker to me.
Do people at the Comedy Store ever like sometimes mix you and Jeff Ross up when you like because you're both have the same hairstyle right now?
People say that, but it offends me and it offends him. So
I didn't mean it in an offending way. I meant it in a.
I'm just saying. So we probably should drop that because it offends me and it offends him. But Jeff is a good guy, and I love Jeff. Jeff has been nothing but nice to me as long as I've known him, and
Yeah.
I've known him for quite a while.
Now you started comedy going on the road with Dice Clay. What was that like?
I didn't actually start it there, but I went on the road with Dice Clay, and I wasn't really there to do comedy. I was there because Dice Clay's opening acts they fucking hated him. And so I went out there. So he had me go out there as a buffer between the opening of the show and what I would always do is sing. So I got to go to like Madison Square Garden and,
Yeah.
perform there. So it was good for me, but I wouldn't call it comedy. I called it playing a character because
Right.
I always played Dice's characters. I got one thing about Dice that I loved and I truly thought was like a real learning spot. And I'll tell you another story if you want. But Dice, the world was the stage. So anywhere we could play characters. And my character was to just hate his guts and call him Dunce Clay. People asked for his autograph, and I'd say, why would you want this? The guy can't even add 6 and 7 together. And so it became a thing, but like I did movies with him, and so we'd go on the road and do that. And my job was just basically to fuck with him. And it was fun because he loved it.
Yeah.
Tell him what song you used to sing when you opened for him.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't want to get caught for like not paying ab scam or whatever, but I sang Copacabana was a big one. Tie a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree, brought the house down everywhere. I'll tell you, one time we went to, you know where Auburn Hills is in Michigan? The Auburn Hills, the stadium where the Pistons used to play.
No, but that
But
sounds fascinating.
okay, but it's an arena.
Okay.
So we played there, and I'm from Michigan, so I invited a bunch of my friends to come. And I'll tell you what was kind of cool. There was a moment you get up in front of there's like over 10,000 people there.
Right.
And I don't know, it's a lot. And at the time, I had basically probably the biggest crowd I'd ever played in front of was 60 people. So to play like in crowds like that was amazing. And just to get the vibe of it, I thought, you know what I'll do? Because the minute I go out there, they start booing. And so I went out there and I said, let me ask you, hold everything. How many people came here to see Andrew Dice Clay? And the place erupted. But that fucking wave of energy was a thing that I had never felt in my life. It is unbelievable, the energy when people are screaming that loud, and it feels like it hits you. And I said, well, I have 13 friends here that came to see me. And I started naming them all. They're fooling with the whole thing. And then I went into tie Yellow Ribbon around the old oak tree.
That's like, yep, Chad's here. But so Don, what's it like? Because you also are the buffer for Jimmy Kimmel. Yeah, the warm up.
The audience warm up, they call it. Well, because politically, it's like you're under the constraints of working for ABC, which is a Disney corporation. So there's a lot of things that you can't do. And I worked there, and I realized how great it is. I mean, every night seeing huge stars right there. Like on bands, I was always the guy that would open up, like I'd always warm up the crowd where the bands would play. So, and some of these bands, like it was like wonderful because they would know they'd know Windy City Heat, and they were big fans of it. So they'd want to take pictures with me. And like, so it was incredible to be around that. And you feel like you're in show business. You really feel like you're in show business going through that. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, and plus it pays very well. And I work like 8 hours a week.
Yeah. Does that change your comic styles though, from doing it in the morning to doing it at night?
I don't think I've ever done it in the morning.
No.
It's in the late afternoon.
Yeah,
it's in the late afternoon.
Kimmel starts at 5. I mean, they start the tape.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'd go on stage about 4:30. Yeah. So, and yes, it does, because I have to be clean as the whistle, and so.
But then he can go to the Comedy Store and shake it off.
And that's what I would do every night.
Does Jimmy ever go with you to the store to hang out?
He used to, but now he's way too busy.
Yeah.
When I first did stand-up, was in the Ding Dong Show, and I had no history in stand-up. I was just pinup model and actress. So Don talked to me about, hey, this is the first step of getting something together. And the first time I performed, there were all celebrities in the audience.
Because
that's awesome.
Jimmy would bring a lot of people.
Well, for your first time doing stand-up, that's awesome. Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's intimidating, but it's still awesome.
Yeah, so he used to come all the time when I started to the Ding Dong Show, but he's gotten a little busy.
Yeah, definitely. I know his sister Jill from stand up, so
she's absolutely wonderful. Absolutely. In a way, Jimmy claims that I had something to do with Jill really getting into stand up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I really pushed her because I was pretty close. I would do a lot of their family functions, so I got to know everybody. And she talked to me about it. I said, oh, absolutely. And she's like kind of a schmoozer, much better schmoozer than I'll ever be. And that's what it takes. In the beginning, you schmooze the fuck out of anybody who'll give you spots.
Right.
Hey, and so she became and she worked out of the Arizona Improv and did all that kind of stuff. But she's very funny, and I'm glad to call Jill a friend.
Yeah, she's fearless. And when I saw her at the Slow Comedy Festival in San Juan, she just
now, what is that? Just like people with mental illnesses going down there?
I guess, but she destroyed it, man. She like got standing ovations on the crowds and stuff. She's an incredible performer.
Jill and I we opened up the Jimmy Kimmel Comedy Club in Vegas. Jimmy had us open that show. So that was very nice of him.
Now, the Ding Dong Show also has a Facebook, I don't know if it's a fan page, but it's like a group page where all the fans post in it and stuff.
Yes.
Yes.
I've noticed there's a lot of trolls in that. How do you like weave that out?
I just don't associate with them.
Yeah.
Well, I think you
really are there a lot of trolls?
No. Let me answer this one. They're not really trolls. You've got characters like one of our kind of just resigned famous ones was Schizophrenic Surfer. self-named schizophrenic surfer. And he
Self-made.
is very aggressive on his social media. He'll go on his breathoscopes, which is Periscope. He just sometimes sits there and staring at it, wondering if it's on breathing heavy. That's why it's named breathoscope. And he gets very aggressive with the fans.
Right.
And so, you dish it out, you get it back. So what you could call trolls, because I do monitor that page, if you dish it out and get it back, we let the war be seen.
Right.
But if they're a troll that's just being aggressive and they have no
But a
reason
lot
to
of
say it,
people-
we cut them out.
A lot of people in all my type of things, they have people that are real that they look at that are on the shows. Perry, who was in Windy City Heat, the people from the Ding Dong Show, some of them, and fans love just fucking with them. And it's not like they're not doing it to hurt anybody. They're just trying to have fun. And is that tough? It can be, but you know what? It's some kind of attention. So
It is monitored. The real nasty ones are blocked out.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah, we haven't brought the Ding Dong Show back to the Comedy Store yet because of this COVID thing and the restrictions on performing. But you can see it every single Monday night at 10:30 p.m. on YouTube channel, Simply Dawn, the Podcast Network YouTube. We live stream it. Fans can watch, comment, have a good time.
yeah, and that YouTube page, go and check that out, because we have a lot of YouTube things from people saying nice things about the project to Ding Dong Show to Perry, Windy City Heat stuff. Let me ask you this. Here's a question for you guys.
Sure.
I think from working so much on my computer, I think I have a fucking thing in my neck. I see that right here. There is an outdoor massage.
Outdoor massage.
Do you think that I should get my neck massage there, or do you think that would be too COVID?
Alan, I'll let you take that one.
There's a person at your side.
I think, do they have masks on? Can you tell?
Let me see.
There's nobody out there right
I'll go
now.
look.
She's gonna go check it out. Well, there you go. Now the decision would be made if they have masks on, but if they don't, I don't know what I do. If I need a massage, I really don't care. I mean, this COVID.
I am fucked up, but I mean, it would be a bitch going through COVID, washing my hands more than I've ever washed my hands in my life, wearing a fucking mask and a shield most of the time, every time that I go out, and then to catch it at the 7-month mark.
No, that'd be fucked.
And at the massage parlor.
They don't have any outside. Those are tables for the restaurant next door, and the people
But
you
it
see are
says
waiters and
What
customers.
does it say? Outdoor massage now open.
There's no massage tables out there.
I just want a neck massage. I don't need a table.
No, they're dinner tables. There's food tables. It's a restaurant.
Oh, it'd probably be a little embarrassing to jerk me off too. Yeah, maybe it's best. Thanks for your advice, fellas.
You're welcome.
Now, Don, just a couple more questions, but you guys are, Mary Jane, you said you'd been on the show since 2003. You guys are very comfortable. Like, I'm sure you get this a lot. Are you guys, like, dating, or are you guys just best friends?
Can I just say this? I and she we don't talk about that, and I also don't want you to bring up Halle Berry. That's all I ask. Halle Berry. What happened with Halle Berry and I?
I officially produce all the projects, so it's best to let the professional front be there, and sometimes it can.
Mary Jane, you said too much, and don't bring up Halle Berry.
Okay.
Ever since I went to the premiere of Swordfish with her, I've been getting Halle Berry questions. So I'm not answering it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Is that
Just
the?
Hold on, he's got a call.
Oh, okay, you can take it. We're good.
Hello? Hi. Hey, I'm doing a podcast. What's the name of the podcast right now?
Reza Riffs.
Reza Riffs?
Yeah.
What a stupid fucking name for a podcast. Does anybody listen to this fucking thing?
Well, we're not live, but yeah, we have 15K subscribers.
That's pretty good.
Do you really?
That's good.
Yeah.
shit. Yeah.
Thank him for putting me on.
Thank you for putting me on.
Sure.
Now I got to kiss your ass.
No,
Who's
not
ass
at
gonna
all.
kiss the most? Reza?
Riffs.
Who's who? Who's Riffs?
Oh, I'm Keith Reza, and that's Alan Lee's the trusty sidekick.
So you don't have his name in there at all.
On the song we say with Keith Reza with Alan Lee, the one and only.
Okay, but I'm saying in the title of the show.
No, it's not. His name's not in
Okay.
it on the title.
Can I
Well,
just say this? And it's none of my business, but he kind of carries the show.
Alan does?
Fuck yeah.
People have said that.
Alan to say something
Thank
to me.
you, John.
But, you know what?
I
You
love
know
you.
Hey, I love you. And nothing, I'm not trying to break you up, but you're the fucking star of this thing. Nobody would come
I'll
on.
take it. Son of a bitch.
Well,
Yeah.
we could
First
change it to Lee Riffs. I have no problem with that. I just love
That's it.
talking to people and fucking around with them.
Oh, that's the last straw. I'm getting you a freaking show.
So you're saying 15,000 people.
Yeah.
And I did this show
Give or
thinking
take-
it'd be
give or
out in
take
time for our
10,000.
sale, and it's not.
Give or take 10,000.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay, listen, maybe I should just get the fuck off here, because I'm telling you, I don't like either one of you now.
Let him ask you one or two more questions.
Okay.
He said several questions.
Okay,
He bombed
all
on the
right.
first one.
Yeah, nothing about my love life and Halle Berry. Anything else?
I didn't bring up Halle Berry, to be fair.
I know it. I asked you not to.
Okay. Alan, do you want to ask Don a question since it's your show now?
I've been to the Ding Dong show a number of times, and I gave a shout out, and Don said, "Who the fuck is interrupting the show?"
Yeah.
And I came off as a heckler, but then
Yep.
I screamed, "I'm a fan! I'm a fucking fan!"
And what did I say then?
Fuck you.
Yeah. See, I'm not good with audiences. I really don't know how to be nice to people. So sorry about that. I need these 15,000. I
Yeah.
need them to come to our pay site. What is it again?
Simply Don, the podcastnetwork.com, and push the button that says Big 3 Premium membership.
Right. I'll tell you, we're putting up, I'm telling you, we have some of the most bizarre videos, and all I'm going to do is clear this out every month more. And guess how much it is? Something like this, a fucking huge star like myself. What do you think we charge a month? Go on, both of you, guess.
I would say $25.
Okay.
That's what I would say.
The star, 25 bucks,
26.
$5.99.
$5.99? Whoa.
That's nothing.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
Are you on Cameo?
Nope.
No,
You should go on Cameo, man.
my buddy Perry is, and most of them, they want him to talk about gay stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But why are you on Cameo?
I am, yeah. That's how I'm making money right now.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how he pays.
And
the
why
rent.
do people come to you?
Because
can see why they come to you. What have you
I do
done?
stand up and I just like tell funny jokes on their Cameo or
Oh,
whatever.
You tell
Well,
jokes? As a
yeah.
comic? Oh, sell out. Fucking
I'm only
sell out.
$10. I mean, whatever, but I could do, 6 or 7 a day. I'm good. That's my goal. So
Yeah. Well, that's
Don-
pretty cool.
Maybe we should try that with you, Don.
Maybe.
Maybe it might come in the future, but it's not there yet.
Yeah. Well,
well, if you ever need to get on it, man, I could get you on. So
you have, the bosses over at Cameo?
yeah, I'll just
You know
send you
what?
the guy who booked me.
I may very well. I don't have to do stand up though, because I won't.
No. What it is they'll like you could set your own price. Like I do $10 because I'm a nobody, but some people charge
So
like
what can I do?
$100.
200?
Yeah, you could. My friend Norm was on it. He charged like $400.
Norm McDonald?
Norm
yeah.
Macdonald charges
I used to
$400.
tour with him, so
Oh,
That's-
really?
yeah.
That's
So,
pretty good.
Yeah.
It might
Do you know Adam Egat? Adam
Yes,
eBay?
we know
Yeah.
Adam.
Yeah, I love Adam. He is the talent coordinator over at the Comedy Store.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
the manager.
I've known Adam for about 6 or 7 years. So
His grandmother lived in a house that the Beatles rented out when they came to Los Angeles.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, do your fucking research then about Adam eBay. All right, well, listen. I'm gonna go see if they do outside massages and if they put a cloth or something over you when they jerk you off.
Sounds good.
It's his show. He invited you on. Let him tell you when you're dismissed.
Oh, okay,
No.
go ahead.
If you want to go, you're dismissed. But before you go, what is something? If you could give people advice on how to be happier with their lives as a comic, like what would advice you would give them?
Boy, are you asking the wrong guy. I haven't experienced a happy day in my life, but
Really? I thought you've been smiling today, so I feel you're happy today.
it's my stage persona.
All right, so the advice would just have a stage persona, huh?
I would say just stick to what you're doing artistically and just don't give up and know when it's a bad day or a bad night on stage. I got that out of the way. Next
Oh.
one can be better.
And your opening line to somebody you meet at a comedy club should not be, "Can I send you a dick pic?" That never works out.
No.
That's a good advice.
Well,
All right, Don.
it was fun being on this thing.
Yeah, man, I love you. When this is over, we should go to the studio. Podcasts are more fun in a studio, so the Zoom thing is.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He
All right,
needs to
I'll do that.
LA radio. It's a pornographic. It's a porn studio.
Is it really?
Yeah.
You look a little like you've produced porn at one point. Can you just say this to me? Can you just say one line to me? I need to feel it like I can smell her pussy.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
maybe
a
I was wrong.
nomination.
I think I was wrong on that. Well, thank you for letting me come on your show.
Thank you.
Can I get my social media, or is this just all about YouTube fucks?
Oh, are you kidding?
No, plug everything. The
Plug
show is more about
Okay.
you.
You plug us or you plug yourself.
Simply Don 1 on my Twitter and also Instagram, because all like Facebook is filled up and all that. But those, I need people. Your buddy Brody Stevens one time, because I was very close with Brody, he told me, you're a nobody till you have at least 10,000 followers on Twitter.
He told me that too.
I got to 10,000 and then it went back to 9. So I'm trying to get back to 10. So maybe your cavalcade of fun can bring me the additional people that I need.
At least
All right.
100.
We'll plug it.
How
Well,
about Mary Jane? Mary
hey,
Jane.
Mary Jane.
What?
Oh yes, on Periscope. I mean on Instagram. A with the circle THESMOKINGMARYJANE. And for Twitter, after the A with the circle, please remove the THE. Thank you all.
No, thank you guys. Thank you very much. And I'll come in with you guys sometime, okay?
All right,
Oh,
Don. Well,
beautiful.
stay safe, buddy, and I love you, man. Thanks again,
Thank
Mary
you.
Jane, for
See you
popping
later.
in too.
We're all going to be on the Don
I
Swing
know.
show.
All right, guys, enjoy that massage, man.
I don't think it's gonna happen. I veto it.
All right. Later, dude.
See you,
Bye.
pal. All right, that was Don Barris, guys.
King. The king.
The king. He's on it. So for everyone, subscribe, rate, and review the show. Follow Don. I think Don's still there. Does Don? Oh, he signed off. Okay, so
Great
yeah,
show.
that was a
Love
fun.
Don.
Alan, you want to mention the sponsors real fast before we head out?
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, you read the sponsor, and then I'll
One second.
and then I'll read it. That way we get that hit, because we didn't get a chance to tell Don about the sponsor.
You want me to read the whole thing?
Yeah. Just read the
All
text.
right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. This is a very good friend of ours that is in today's real estate market, and she is different in this market, which is different than any time in the past. We have low interest rates and great seller prices, and it makes it a buyer and seller's market. If you're thinking about making a move, I'll tell you what, check out Amy Brick with Brick and Company Real Estate. She's fantastic. Amy's marketing plan sells your home in 2 showings with multiple offers. Can't beat that. So go to amybrick.com for more information. And Amy, I guarantee you, would love to talk to you about real estate in all of Southern California. So don't hesitate. Give her a ring. Amy is a licensed real estate broker. In fact, we have her license number right here, DREO 1358 58 129. Remember, it's amybrick.com.
All right, Alan, you did great. You gave her a great plug.
And I think Don would have done it a different way.
Don definitely would have done it a different way, but it's your show now, so you should have.
Well, he really gave me a very nice compliment, and I'm sure all the people heard it. So I don't know where it's going to be, Alan, and I'm not doing unfiltered. You did that. Remember, we'll start talking about it.
No, we can talk about it. Unfiltered is a podcast I do where I interview other autistic people.
Yeah, it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's not Reza Riffs. It's rated F for funny.
Oh, that's cute. You say that on that thing you do?
No. Or it's rated F for fucking ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, I appreciate your inspiration, and I'm going to tell you something. I didn't really get to ask Don that, doing a guest spot is not that hard on the Ding Dong Show.
Yeah. I know you had a lot of questions for Don, but it seemed like Don didn't want to talk about Halle Berry.
Well, you know what? I had heard a blip on that, and I don't want to talk about it now. He said not to talk about it, so I keep my promises a little bit different than you. And
I didn't even know they dated or whatever. I didn't know. Anyways, I'm going to give the sponsor a shout out for me, and then we'll say our goodbyes. Today's episode of Reza Riffs is sponsored by Amy Brick. Hey, Alan, did you know today's real estate market is different than any time in the past? Low interest rates and great seller prices make it a buyer and a seller's market. If you're thinking about making a move, check out Amy Brick with Brick and Company Real Estate. Amy's marketing plan sells your home in 2 showings with multiple offers. Go to amybrick.com for more information. Go to amybrick.com. Amy would love to talk to you about real estate in all of Southern California. Amy's also a licensed real estate broker. Her number is DRE 01358-129. Again, DRE capitalized 01358-129. Remember, go visit amybrick.com. So I'm thinking about buying a home. Who should I call?
Amy Brick.
Exactly. Alan, how what are your plans the rest of this week, pal?
Well, I tell you, I've been doing some writing. I've been in the house. Swear to God, I didn't leave this place for 4 days.
Yeah.
And it's unbelievable. And, I've been eating really healthy. I'm on a keto diet. And,
are you?
Yeah. I highly recommend this diet. And I'm enjoying it,
I got to start the keto diet.
You should. I can show you, it's all on YouTube. I've watched at least 100 videos on it. So you ask me anything, bro.
Oh.
So yeah, and I didn't really get a list of the people that have been on the Ding Dong Show.
Well, we didn't really go into that far in the abyss.
Yeah.
But that's why they're second shows. You know what I mean? That's why Dawn will come back and we could dive deeper. Sure. It's kind of like the first time you go to therapy. You gotta see if you like your therapist before you tell her you're a huge pervert. You know what I mean?
Sure. I mean, I've never had a therapist.
You've never had a therapist?
Never.
Oh, dude, I've had 3 therapists in my life.
No.
And the first one I didn't like because it seemed like he didn't really care about me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like he just wanted my money.
Sure.
The second one was a girl, but I remember she moved after like the third or fourth session, so it was kind of
That one,
pointless.
you mean while you were screwing her, she moved? Like,
No, I wasn't screwing her. She was my therapist.
oh, I
She
thought you said she was
moved.
a therapist.
And then my third one, I had a therapist for like, I want to say 4 or 5 years, but just as I got older, the less problems I had, so I stopped going in. You know what I mean?
Well, that was a little money in your pocket.
Yeah. And then I met you, and I was like, who needs a therapist? I got Alan Lee.
That's true. That's true. I take that as a compliment.
Yeah. You know, Alan Lee, you're my Mary Jane.
Well, let's not
Like
get
how
crazy.
Mary Jane is to Don Barris. You're my Alan Lee.
Well, she said they implied they weren't fucking.
Yeah, I didn't mean it like that. I meant like you're
Well, I
my
hope so.
sidekick. Jeez,
Yeah,
man.
but you asked him if he was if they were dating or something. Remember?
Yeah, I did ask that. That was a
But
good
it's not-
question. You didn't want to answer. That's fair. I respect that. I don't care.
He answered it by not answering it.
I guess. I don't know. The point is, what I was saying is you're my sidekick. You know what I mean?
I am.
And then he tried to get you. Did you see how he tried to get you to abandon that role?
You know what? It was clever. But one day you'll be my sidekick. One day.
One day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for listening to Lee Riffs.
No, if you call that, it's called something else.
What would you name this podcast?
Mine or yours?
Yours. What would you name your new
Mine,
podcast?
I would call Always Happening with Alan Lee.
Always Happening with Alan Lee. All right. Let's start that.
Or Something is Happening with Alan Lee.
Or something. I like always better.
Okay.
Something's a little too long, but I'm not the podcast expert.
Well, I wouldn't say that.
No, not at all.
You're an expert by now.
I am an expert right now.
I mean, we had our friend there in Beverly Hills, a very popular comic, a friend of Fred Stoller's. Remember, you found his wallet.
Oh, love it. You know,
Yeah.
it's funny you bring that up because I was actually talking to someone about that story the other day. And I think because Lovitz is performing at the Improv this week or something. I don't know, but someone did ask me about that. And I just remember I was very disappointed by how he and it wasn't necessarily him, it was just his management or whatever, or the guy at the hotel, how they handled it to us. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because we went out of our way. We drove quite some ways, you know?
I would say so.
But, you know, it is what it is. He actually might not even know how much work we put in to get him his wallet. You know what I mean?
That's true.
We don't know that.
You know
But,
what's funny? I actually had a fun night with that whole scene thing, a fun day.
Yeah, it was fun. It was, it could have been funner if we met him.
I don't know. I don't know if it would have been.
Really?
Could have been. Yeah, could have been not that fun.
Well, we should tell the folks to subscribe, rate, and review, to Reza Riffs, follow the show. Also, follow Don. Go premium. It's only $5.99 if you go premium. I kind of feel stupid for saying it was $25. You know?
Well, it wasn't a bad. So what?
It was a good guess, I felt. But if you want to go premium at Reza Riffs, it's $25.
Now, that was a stupid thing to say.
Today's episode was brought to you by Amy Brick. Today's real estate market is different than any time in the past. With low interest rates and great seller prices, make it a buyer and seller's market. If you're thinking about making a move, check out Amy Brick with Brick and Company Real Estate. Amy's marketing plan sells your home in 2 showings with multiple offers. Go to amybrick.com for more information. Amy would love to talk to you about real estate in all of Southern California. Amy is a licensed real estate booker, and her number is DRE capitalized. DRE01358129. Again, DRE01358129. Check out www.amybrick.com. Alan, it's a pleasure.
Always.
All right, buddy. I'll give you a call right now, and we're rocking and rolling
You got it, bro.
next week.
You're listening to Reza Riffs with Keith Reza and Alan Lee, right here on LA Talk Radio.